Hi, welcome to the week 9 lecture this week. I want to talk about one of our topics is trends in managing stress, and so what I'd like to do is talk about mindfulness as one of those trends. Um, Mindfulness has really become a popular topic. It's another topic it's in the news often. Time magazine even featured mindfulness on its cover in February 2014, which brought some prominence to it. John Kabat-Zinn, his work with mindfulness-based stress reduction at MIT has brought scientific credibility to the strategy because he used a research approach. And so that has really provided a solid foundation for mindfulness as a secondary prevention strategy. Over 1,000 instructors have been trained and certified in mindful-based stress reduction, and over 477 scientific journal articles about mindfulness were published in 2012 alone, just to give you an idea. I mean, if you go once again, if you go in the library and do a search on it, you'll get a lot of hits on this. Some of the or some of the meditation benefits that have been documented in research is number one, improved physiology, an increase in alpha brain waves, a decrease in cortisol, which is stress producing, DHE production, which is an anti-aging chemical, decrease in heart rate and blood pressure. A lot of people use meditation for that, and I'm one in that category. And 70% fewer medical problems. Also, there's empirical evidence for effective emotion regulation in the brain. So, for example, when you meditate, it's not what happens during the meditation. It's what happens after the cumulative effect of having meditated over a period of time. That's where you evaluate or measure the benefits. It leads to increased positive affect and decreased anxiety and negative affect. So decrease in stress and anxiety as a result of meditation, and that's what a person would experience over time. So this makes this a pretty desirable technique when you look at all the research supporting this. The mechanisms of mindfulness are intention, attention, and attitude. And this is according to Shapiro, Carlson, Aston, and Friedman, which is just a terrific article. I have it in the reference section. I would recommend you look it up in the library and take a look at it if you're interested in this topic. So intention is purpose. So when a person sits down to meditate, they want to establish an intention. So for me, for example, I may sit down and meditate. My intention is to lower my heart rate, my blood pressure. And then attention is the focus on breathing. So in other words, instead of focusing in the past or future thoughts, I'm in the moment or in the here and now, focusing on my breathing. I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. And attitude is one of openness and a compassionate quality. I like the way Shapiro et al. Describe it, and here's what they say. It's they quote Santarelli in describing attitude, and he borrowed from the Japanese characters for mindfulness, which are heart and mind. And so this means the person approaches mindfulness with openness and a compassionate quality. So that's a pretty good description. In the actual practice of meditation, first thing to do is find a comfortable posture. You don't have to sit on the floor cross-legged. Matter of fact, Deepak Chopra is an advocate for being comfortable because he stated that if a person is not comfortable, if they're not physically comfortable or if they're physically uncomfortable, they're simply not going to do it. In other words, you're not going to do this on a regular basis. So sitting in a chair is fine. Um, primarily, you want your feet on the floor and your back straight. And I know some people have even meditated laying down, but for a lot of people that's more difficult because when they lay down, it tends to, they're classically conditioned to sleep rather than meditate. So, but it can be done that way. And then you remind yourself of your intention, what are you trying to do? And you focus your attention on your breathing. And while you're meditating, your awareness continues. You hear sounds around you. I mean, you're still very attentive. Thoughts still come and go, and you simply put your attention back to your breathing. There are different types of meditation. For example, my introduction to meditation was in transcendental meditation, which does use a mantra that is recited. And all the mantra is meant to do is to help free the mind of thoughts. And so same thing when you use a mantra, sometimes you realize suddenly you're not saying the mantra, but you're focused on thoughts, and you just go back to the mantra. From there, I moved on to, or had some at least training in mindfulness. And that particular meditation did not use a mantra and relied on putting the attention on breathing. I've also had been through Deepak Chopra's primordial sound meditation, which does use a mantra and is very effective. David G. used to be the training director at the Chopra Center and is now out on his own. And I particularly like David G.'s approach to primordial sound meditation, and I think he's highly effective. He's also a highly effective teacher. So the idea is to find, and by the way, and sometimes some meditations can actually use a chant, where you kind of chant a phrase over and over. Same thing. The whole purpose there is just clear the mind out. And so the time usually is 20 to 30 minutes twice a day. 30 minutes twice a day is ideal. That's what's typically recommended. Also, I'd say that Deepak Chopra has a partnership with Oprah Winfrey. And 2 or 3 times a year at Chopra's website, they will offer what they call the 21-day meditation challenge. And this is where together they send you a free guided meditation every day for 21 days in a row. Usually they do a 22nd day as well. And the idea is if you do it for 21 days, Chopra believes if you do practice the behavior for 21 days, then you have a good chance of integrating it into your behavior as a habit. And I've participated in most of these challenges, and they'll have a different focus each time, or a different intention, and they're very effective. They're very enjoyable. I'm sure sometime here during the first quarter of the year, they'll probably be offering one. So I have the website in the transcript if you want to kind of check it out. And all you do if you sign up, you just give them your name and email address, and that's it. And then they send you your meditations. But I do recommend it. It's a great introduction to meditation. Some people prefer relaxation exercises like progressive muscle relaxation. The idea there is to tense a muscle up real tight, like I hold my fist real tight and then go real relaxed. And what it is, it's the polarity, it's the contrast that helps a person relax. In other words, they learn to relax by doing the opposite of being tense. And normally they listen to a recording where a voice guides them through an activity. Usually starts at the top of the head and works all the way down to the feet. And it's just, like it says, progressive muscle relaxation. You tighten this and you loosen. And when you're done, you're very relaxed. It has a very similar effect to meditation in terms of benefits. So it's very effective. Here's a link to try some examples out on these relaxation exercises. So if you have an interest in trying that, I've had some pretty good feedback with people using this this link for trials. So anyway, I wanted to talk about the meditation strategies for managing stress that can be used as secondary prevention strategies. They're highly effective. They're research-based. Some companies have embraced this to the point that they actually have meditation rooms or meditation times during the workday, and they advocate employees participating. And once again, Neil Kilman described many work environments today as high-stress work environments. So this is a good remedy for that. And and even better is meditation is a strategy that doesn't require any equipment. A person they can meditate anywhere, anytime. You don't need anything to do it. And not only that, you can sit down, eyes open, put your attention on your breathing, and no one even knows what you're doing. And a lot of people like that notion. Once again, I've got the references will be posted as part of the transcript. Thank you.